welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Commodores will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the USC Trojans offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in, it's Hubbard. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Unleashes one. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given...
He'll take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. The Commodores' offense has its first opportunity of the day. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He stopped him behind the line of scrimmage, tried to break out the spin move, and still couldn't get loose. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk for a minute about FanDuel. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive line. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the ground with the back. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glam.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the single back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And it makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard.
Turning it on. Made a defender miss. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. It's complete. There he goes. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading Moving in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Fighting off the defender. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this game.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Commodores started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their...
Got enough space. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Gets it to him on the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. It's complete to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Castellanos. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Picked off. Taking it the other way. The 20. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he takes this from inside the 5. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hold and fired complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Punts it out of the air. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to bully their way in. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vandy.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's looking deep. Brings it down on the right side. From deep in their own end, across the 50, plus territory, and finally out of bounds at the 47. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Under fire. On the run deep down the right side. And it's caught at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards.
Breaks into the open. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the ground game. Hard running there. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He might want another play. He'll set up to throw. Right on the money. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an
touchdown, Southern Cal! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He'll field it close to the 50. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Hey, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hubbard. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And that one's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now in the scoreboard.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Commodores will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. period starts with a second down play. Trying to impose their will with the run. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Trojans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll run it. He breaks a tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Soto. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He leaves it with the back. Turning it on. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.